Hi everybody, I'm Jack Canfield. Welcome to this week's Talking About Success. My guest today is a skyscraper expert and real estate developer for New York's Ken Van Liew. He is a person who holds double degrees in, I didn't even know there was such a thing, real estate development and also civil engineering. He got master's degrees in both of those. And he, from New York University and New Jersey Institute of Technology. And you are someone who works in the New York area.
Yes.
So, and I've gotten to know him over the last couple of days, and I really like this guy. He's written a wonderful book called The Modern Wealth Building Formula. Get your piece of the $1.25 trillion real estate market. That's a big market. All right, so let's start with why you wrote this book. I think this is a great book. What's it about? Why'd you write it?
Yeah, thank you, Jack. It's a pleasure to be here. You know, I wrote the Modern Wealth Building Formula to really give everybody an opportunity to get involved in real estate. You know, I just feel that, you know, we're limited in the types of investments that we have, you know, purely the stock market and real estate. And most people don't know how to get involved in investing in real estate. So the Modern Wealth Building Formula really gives the everyday person knowledge and the experience that they think they need to get involved in real estate.
Just talk about that for a minute. You think most people don't feel like they know what to do? They're reluctant to jump in. That's your experience?
You know, I'm finding that a lot of people aren't educated about how to get involved in real estate, you know, and because of the lack of knowledge, they fear getting started. And, you know, a lot of times the stock market doesn't give them options either, so they're stuck without any real opportunity to invest their money and have it grow for the future retirement.
Yeah, and I read research recently that the largest number of millionaires in America became millionaires through real estate.
That is so true. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not playing that game, your odds are against you in a sense of. And I read also that something like some high number, like 75% of people retire with only a $10,000 net worth.
Yeah, you know, it's an epidemic, you know, and you know, about 45% of the people are retiring with less than $10,000.
45%.
Yeah,
okay.
And 90% of all millionaires have become millionaires through real estate, and that's 90%. Gone back as far as the early 1900s. It was again published in College Investor magazine last year. So with those odds, it doesn't make any sense not to be involved in real estate. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
Now you talk about 3 beliefs that people have that keep them from getting involved in real estate. What are they?
Yeah, well, it's the ones that stopped me for a long time, you know, that you really need money to get started. You know, I built a $17 million project with no money, that you need knowledge. You know, I really didn't have the experience. I realized that anyone can syndicate a project. And a lot of people think that the Modern Wealth Building Formula doesn't work where they live, you know, and there's just such an opportunity. The value of real estate is, you know, 1.5 times the gross domestic product. It's somewhere up in the $30 trillion range. So there's just such opportunity no matter where you live.
Now, you got started. You just said like getting started was a challenge for you to know all those things as well. How old were you and how did you get involved?
You know, I was in the construction field, you know, not even knowing that it was involved in real estate development. Then I studied civil engineering. I started doing site design, but it wasn't until I was about 27 to realize that what I was actually doing was a small part of real estate development. And when I learned about syndication and, you know, how you can buy real estate with no money down, it fascinated me so much that I went on this journey to try to figure it out. And then when I was 27 years old, I was fortunate to buy a piece of property for $25,000, refundable, and get the approval, raise $1.6 million, and develop a $17 million project with no experience and no money. And it was just, you know.
Wait, that sounds almost impossible, what you just said.
And that's what happened. It was amazing. You know, I just had this dream. I figured out late at night, like, how I can earn fees 9 different ways. I met a dentist who had an approval for a 113-bed assisted living facility. I gave him $25,000. I said, if I can get it approved, can I develop it? He said yes. And 6 months later, I had the approval. I broke ground. 12 months later, I completed it, and it was all upward from then. I went on to develop $1.2 billion worth of real estate in New York City.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It was amazing.
I was in Thailand about a month ago, and I met a guy who was a billionaire. And he had arrived at the age of 20 in Thailand with no money. He was sleeping on the beach. He was homeless.
Wow.
And got a job basically helping people do condos, the thing like condo shares,
Yeah.
And then he realized that people making the real money were the salespeople. Then he became the sales manager. Then he realized the people who were building the buildings were making more money. And now he's got, I think 7 resorts he's built and so on and so forth. In 15 years.
It's amazing.
Became a billionaire. So that's possible.
Yes, it is.
And you can help people do that.
Yeah, I really feel, my one of my missions is to use my drive and knowledge to help inspire and motivate them and transform them into their greatness and get involved in real estate.
Mm-hmm. So if someone were sitting here in the studio with us and you were saying, okay, let me tell you what to do, just give them a couple minutes of advice, what would you say?
Yeah, well, I tell you, it may sound like the old cliche, but 50% of the battle is truly believing that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I started with $10 a week going to college, and I knew that wasn't going to work. I ended up getting 2 master's degrees, but it started out with saying to myself, I'm on my own, and then realizing that I could do this. And that was half the battle. And then it was really just not reinventing the wheel and finding mentors that could, show you the shortcuts, and surrounding yourself and not necessarily listening to what people are telling you, but do what they actually say. I just became a sponge and a magnet to successful people, and I just, follow them every single day and night and a little bit extra, but it's been just a great journey,
Yeah. No, my mentor was a man named W. Clement Stone, who made a lot of money in real estate. He actually bought the air rights over the railroad tracks in Chicago, where the trains were coming. There was no more land to buy.
Yeah.
So he bought the air rights over this. If you take a train into Chicago, you will go under buildings before you get into the railroad station.
Yeah.
And he used to say the 2 secrets, you just said what they were, was OPE and OPM, other people's experience and other people's money.
Yeah.
And you did that in your first deal you made.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Yeah. Great.
And you've been a great mentor to me also, Jack. I just want to thank you. And Tony Robbins has been a blessing, but thank goodness for you guys that keep us going,
Well, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I'm the motivator, and you're the down and dirty nuts and bolts guy. So listen, if you guys want to get into real estate, and you should want to, this book, Modern Wealth Building Formula, tells you how to do it, gives you all the information. It is a formula, and this guy can help you. So you've got the book. Where else can they find you? I know you do some consulting, and you've got the mastermind groups you put together and mentor people. Yeah. Where do they go? Yeah, my company's located in New York City. It's Global Real Estate Strategies, but if you want to contact me direct, you can go to my personal website, which is kenvanliew.com/connect, kenvanliew.com/connect, and I'd be glad to talk to you one-on-one and help you with your strategies or thoughts in life and help transform you in real estate and life also, Beautiful. Yeah, so that's what it's all about. Beautiful. Okay. Real estate equals success. Make sure you check it out. All right, thanks. Stick around. Thanks for joining me today. Jack, thank you so much. You're leaving, but you guys stick around. We're coming right back after this break.